Hey y'all, it's me, I'm back. It's TamikiaTT. I know you probably don't recognize me because I'm not usually so jazzed up, but I am today. So I don't get to dress up for y'all often, so figured I'd do a video. I want to start this video out by saying that all my heart and my prayers go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Harvey. Since I live in Florida, I am very sensitive to the catastrophe that hurricanes can be. Although I've never really lived through one, I know how devastating one can be, and I've definitely prepared for many, but not have had to really live through one. So I just wanted to say that my heart and soul goes out to everyone affected, not just those who are in Texas, but those who have family or friends in Texas, who have family and friends, to first responders who are helping out. And I know that I have some coworkers who are affected. They are safe, but and for the most part, their property is okay, but they have friends and family who are not so very fortunate. So they've been spending a lot of time helping them pick up the pieces of their life. And it's just a horrific thing. Mother Nature can be a very, very vicious beast. And I just wish all of them, all of you, if you're living in that area, all of you and all of them very, very well. And my heart and soul and prayers are going out to everyone. Since the last time you saw me, okay. It was cycle day 3. Cycle 3, day 3. It is still cycle 3. It is day 14. As you already know, if you've seen my last video, I'm not doing a TTC cycle. I have instead of doing another IUI, I have since decided to move forward with IVF. But if you also remember from my previous video, the doctor is not comfortable with my weight, so I am using the 8 weeks in between my last visit and my last chat with you guys to attempt to drop about 35 pounds. Do I look thinner? Hopefully I do look a little thinner, because I am officially down 10.4 pounds since that time. So I'm happy about that. What I'm doing is working. I'll do another video to explain exactly what I'm doing in this weight loss journey, but I wanted to give you all an update on what's been happening since the last time I chatted with you guys. So since my last video, as you know, I mentioned going out of town for work. It was a team meeting in Chicago, and it's always great to be around the team. We're like a big family. We always do something together during that time. And so we went to dinner, and then we went to this beercade, which is kind of like a bar with old school video games, like arcade games and pinball machines, and all the games are free, or at least most of them are free. And you just drink and have a merry old time and relive an old pastime of playing old games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Simpsons, Mrs. Pac-Man, Frogger, all kinds of old school games. It's a whole lot of fun. Then some of us went to do some karaoke, and here's a little bit of me. down and make the soul a winner. I respect that, man, you're so fat. And all that, love supreme. And you're humble, man, I know you're all things. I feel everything that you're saying. Do what you gonna do. I can tell you, I'm sorry too. It's your thing, it's your thing. Do what you gonna do. I can tell you, pull the socket toe. Shake that thing. You got to just show no shame. I want you to shake that thing. I want you to show no shame. Shake your thing. Do what you gonna do. I can tell you, pull the socket toe. Now swinging without feel with a little seduction and some sex appeal. It's Friday night and I just got paid. I'm checking out the color with the hot top paid. Moving up closely, ready for the kill. Stepping on the dance floor, take the hill. You different guys, it's my money. I can put it in check. We can't do that. Okay, so I don't profess myself to be a singer, but sometimes I think I can sing in the shower. I don't profess myself to be a rapper either, but you know, I get down every now and again. So it was a lot of fun. And I know I was a little down and out about my cycle not working last month, and I was just going to drink all the alcohol I could possibly get my hands on. That actually didn't happen. I actually didn't really drink at all. When we were out at karaoke, one of the coworkers bought everybody around a shot. So all of us that was there, we took a shot, and it was Jameson, I think, which is like brown liquor. I don't really do brown liquor. I'm kind of a vodka tequila kind of girl. So I don't really do that brown liquor stuff, but I took the shot and woo, that was some stuff. But in all actuality, that was all the alcohol that I had. I didn't even drink any wine. I know at dinner we ate at a Greek spot, and I don't know anything about Greek wines, and all they had on the table was a red, and I'm not really a fan of red, so I didn't even bother to try it. So I just drink water and I eat. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, but unfortunately, we were there for 2 days. So I was there, I flew in Tuesday night. It was pretty late. We were there all day Wednesday, all day Thursday. I flew back Thursday night, and, you know, they fed us the whole time. So couldn't really control the diet much. I mean, you know, they give you sandwiches and, you know, like box lunches type deal. You kind of got to eat what's there, you know. One morning I did have oatmeal and a bagel for breakfast. But I mean, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I just had to eat that. Didn't help that, and this is a little TMI, that I was constipated the whole time. So I had a really, really bloated belly, as you could probably see from the karaoke video. But, you know, so it kind of felt like crap, and I felt really fat. Like super duper fat. Because I just wasn't eliminating. And that showed on the scale on Friday morning, where I weighed a whopping, I'm ashamed to say this. I'm not ashamed to say this, but because it is what it is. I weighed a whopping 270 pounds, 270.2. That is what I weighed. It's not my highest weight ever. I think my highest weight is well above 280. So it's not horrible. However, since the TTC journey, I pretty much have been maintaining around 262, between 262 and 265. So to see 270 was disturbing, to say the least. But I mean, considering that I was starting my weight loss journey to get down to 235 so I can get my BMI under 40 for IVF, that was just more of an incentive to get with it. So that's what I did. So I weighed in this morning, and this morning I was 259.8. So that is 10.4 pounds down since that last Friday. Ultra proud of myself. That means today would be, it's Saturday, so today would be day 9 of me actually working on my weight with my food and everything. So 10.4 pounds in 9 days. I know a lot of it was water and waste. I tend to not count that, but you know, I was at the hairdresser today and she's just like, okay, what are you complaining about? You dropped 10 pounds, girl, count everything. And I don't like to count water weight and waste elimination because it's not fat. Like, I need fat to be gone. So I'm really counting every pound under 262 because that is where I've been hovering. So based on 262, or I guess I could say 265 since I was hovering between that. So let's just say 265. Based on that, I'm really only down, 5.2 pounds, right? In 9 days, which is still really good. So I guess I shouldn't be so funny about it, right? Like, recognize your achievements, Tamika. Recognize your achievements. This is something I've been told I don't do. I don't recognize my achievements well. I've been told that by a professional, believe it or not. So this is what I need to do more. Recognize my achievements. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to recognize my achievement of dropping 10.4 pounds in 9 days. And I'm going to push forward on this. And I'll give you guys an update here and there on where I am. Hopefully, as you watch my videos, you'll see my face get a little thinner and my neck become a little bit more prominent. Because that's what happens when I lose weight. My neck starts to come back. So I'm happy to have a neck today. But yes, so I'm doing really well there. Now, let's get into what's been happening since I'm now on hormones trying to do another TTC. A very weird thing has happened this cycle. Like I said, today is cycle day 14. Last time I talked to you was cycle day 3. Well, everything seemed to be normal. My basal temps were dropping as they should have. They dropped before I had my cycle. They continued to drop after I had the cycle. That's all pretty normal and supposed to be what it's supposed to be. Then on cycle day 6, I weirdly, very weirdly, and that was the Friday when I came back from Chicago, I very, very weirdly had egg white cervical mucus on cycle day 6. Very unheard of. I found that to be very weird. My basal temp dropped like pre-ovulation, and I had the cervical mucus, and that was weird. Then the next day, I had a spike. And when I say spike, I mean a more than 0.5 of a degree spike. Just like an ovulation spike. Weird. And then the next day, there was another spike. Yep. Another half-point spike in my basal temp. And also weird. And then, that was 7 and 8, the 2 spikes. And then 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13, my basal temp remained elevated. Totally weird. But that's what happens when you ovulate and generate progesterone. Your basal temp stays elevated. This early? Weird. I also had the fatigue that you get when you've generated progesterone. I saw my acupuncturist yesterday and I showed her my chart. So I showed her the chart. She looked at it and she said, a basal temp spike that early in a cycle, she'd say positive pregnancy test. I sure hope not, since I had that alcohol. And I've been taking vitamins that you probably shouldn't take if you're pregnant. Well, really, not really vitamins, but I take an herb that sort of chases the fibroids away. So, hopefully not. And I thought it was weird to have the spike and the elevated temp. And I don't know. I hope not. I took a little dollar store cheapy test that came up negative. So I'm thinking ectopic maybe. It's really weird. Really weird. What's even weirder is this morning. Well, I'll tell you this. I had the spike, the 2-day spike, and then it went down a little, but it was still elevated. However, fertility friend did not detect ovulation, weirdly enough. It gave me the green days because I had the cervical mucus, but with the spike in basal temps, and then the way it came down on the 3rd day, it did not detect ovulation. Weird. I did pick up a 3rd app, so I'm up to 3. So I had Ovia, fertility, I've got fertility friend, and now I have Glow. So I put all my information in Glow, and oddly enough, Glow didn't detect ovulation either. Weird. Very weird. Now, this morning, I had yet another spike, higher than the previous spike on day 8. What's that about? Triphasic, maybe? Meaning some kind of implantation? Like, is that implantation? Dip then spike? No, it wasn't really a dip. It's just elevated temps and then a spike out of nowhere. So weird. Don't know what to make of it. Don't know what to make of it. But I'll tell you what Glow made of it. Glow decided that that was an ovulation spike on cycle day 14. I'll show you guys my chart. Look, this is what my chart looks like this month. Okay, so you can see the drop on day 6, the spike on both 7 and 8, the elevated big temps, and then another spike on day 14. I know. Weird. Considering that the hormones, I have been ovulating around cycle day 14 in my 2 previous cycles. Maybe my body is just doing that coming off of the hormones. But my natural ovulation is usually around day 18 or 19. So I just really don't know what to make of it. You know, I had the spike, my temps remained elevated, and then yet another spike. I think this will make more sense when Aunt Flo shows up. So if Aunt Flo shows up on cycle day 20, then that means I really did ovulate on day 6. If it shows up on cycle day 28, then I ovulated like today or yesterday. Weirdly enough, I got that second spike. I've had no cervical mucus, none. So what's that about? No clue. I mean, spiked up to 98. So when my normal temps are like 96, and then the elevated temps are in the 97. So I don't know. I think my body is, so my acupuncturist is thinking maybe a hormonal ovulation, or if it's like a pregnancy, it's a hormonal pregnancy, not a real one. This is so weird. I've never, of all the cycles that I've been charting, I've never had anything like this happen. So weird. I don't know what this means. If you've ever seen this before, if you've ever experienced it, if you have any idea what this means, comment me, message me, something, let me know what's going on, because I don't know what this is. that's all I have today. Hope you enjoyed the karaoke, and hope you enjoyed my new little neck, courtesy of my 10-pound weight loss. And hope you enjoyed the jazzy hair and makeup. But thank you all for watching. I know my last couple of videos were a little on the somber side, especially at the end of my last cycle. So I just wanted to show you that I'm in better spirits regarding my TTC journey. I have a path forward, and I'm following that. And there. So that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Just until next time. Bye.